Anytime Fitness Folkestone, located in the Harvey Shopping Center, has everything you need to stay in shape or get that look you've always wanted. Upright conventional tanning beds, a Zumba room, weight room, and state-of-the-art treadmills. They also have supplements and tanning supplies. Anytime Fitness Folkestone is also the proud sponsor of Charlton Sports Weekly with Glenn Hughes and Stan Wilds. See Stan to get fit anytime.
The Folkestone Pharmacy, your original hometown pharmacy for over 45 years, is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet broadcasts. Folkestone Pharmacy accepts insurance from most local employers, including the City of Folkestone, Charlton County, Babcock and Wilcox, AJM, Charlton Memorial Hospital, and many others. The Folkestone Pharmacy wishes the Indians best of luck this season. United First Federal Credit Union has been a part of Charlton County since 2001 and has been providing great service to our members since 1943. United First now offers mobile banking and email alerts. Mobile banking lets you check your balance from your cell phone, while email alerts notifies you when a significant event happens in your account. Both are easy to set up and are free to United First members. United First helps you afford life. All accounts are federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome to Charlton Sports Weekly here at Anytime Fitness. Glenn Hughes with Stan Wilds. Got a little variety of sports going on.
A little bit of everything today, Glenn.
A
little bit of everything. Start out with some baseball, it looks like.
Like I said, baseball hasn't officially started yet, but I think it was last weekend the Georgia Dugout Club, which is kind of a big deal around the Atlanta area or whatever, but they gave awards from last school year's baseball season, and our coach Marchman was selected the Class A Coach of the Year. So that's truly an honor there.
Yeah.
Also, Chris Smith, who's also graduated and is at Gordon College.
Gordon, up in Rome.
Barnesville.
Barnesville. I'm thinking of another one.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
But he was named one of 8 players, all classification, as Players of the Year. So
good for Chris. Congrats to him.
Also, at that awards banquet, they gave out a preseason rankings or whatever, and Charlton County was named the preseason #1 school for public schools. And they also named a preseason all-state team. And Jacob Baxter, L.J. Talley, and Scott Beasley were all named preseason all-state. So congratulations to those kids.
Yeah, congratulations to them, and those are all well-deserved accolades for all 3 of them there, and for Coach Marchman and Chris. And the whole team in general starting out. I think they've earned that #1 ranking to start the season, so hopefully they can maintain it all the way through the season and into the playoffs.
Right, like I said, about probably another week and a half or so, they'll probably start their practices and go from there. It won't be long before they'll be playing baseball.
That's right.
Probably in
Valentine's Day is the first baseball action.
The Valentine's Day scrimmage.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move on to a little bit of basketball. The Maidens, the last couple games, they've kind of struggled. They've played Irwin County last Friday night. Irwin's probably the #2 team in the region as far as girls go. So I think they beat us the first time, so they beat us both times we've played them now. Then Saturday night, Telfair came down here, and our Maidens defeated them. And then last night, Clinch came to town, and I wasn't able to make it to the girls' game because I was working. But Coach Woods told me they committed 36 turnovers, I think it was.
Holy moly. They beat themselves.
We actually had, I think he told me, a 4-point lead at halftime, and pretty much kind of self-destructed in the second half. So
I'd say so, with 36 turnovers.
But that leaves them right now with a 7-9 overall record. And like I said, the latest power rankings, I think, had them at 21, and that didn't count last night's game, I don't think. No, because it came out earlier in the day. So they're going to have some work to do to try to get to the top 16 now. As far as the boys go, they beat Irwin. Like I said, that's the second time they've beaten them. So, and then they lost probably a game Coach Workentine wished he could have back because Telfair's really not that good. We led basically the entire game, and we let it slip away at the end. And then last night against Clinch, I got there at halftime, and I think we were up 3 or 4 at the half, and it was pretty much
back and forth.
I think we eventually got it up to 10 points in the fourth quarter. And, well, Clinch probably seeing our scouting report of how we shoot free throws, about 2.5 minutes left, they started to foul us, and to everyone's amazement, I think Coach Workentine told me we hit 9 of 11 free throws in the fourth quarter, and I think we ended up winning by 6, so it was a good night for them. As far as Bethune goes, I think they played 3 times last week, and I think the boys lost all 3. I think the girls actually did win against Yulee. I think we reported that last Wednesday.
Right, we did.
But they will, can't even talk. They will be at Camden Middle tomorrow, Thursday, and will host St. Mary's Middle on Monday.
I'm going to try to have some pictures of that one. I don't know if I have video, but I'm going to have some
pictures. Okay. Going back to the Maidens and the Indians varsity, I'm trying to think who they play here Friday night.
So Wilcox.
That's it. I wrote it down and can't even find my own writing here.
Been that kind of day, Glenn.
We got Wilcox at home. Probably, I think, one of the top-ranked teams in the state. Saturday, they go to Ware County.
Right.
Which is not too long for a road trip, so get in your cars and head up to Waycross and grab something good to eat and go watch a basketball game. And then Tuesday, Camden County comes to town, so that ought to be a big game, I think.
Yeah.
I think we played them fairly close the first time.
Mm-hmm. That's an old rivalry.
Right, so.
And that's both the Indians and the Maidens.
Right.
Who play each night. That ought to be an entertaining game Friday night with Wilcox. I think they're the number 3 team in single A. So.
Right. Their girls aren't real good, I don't think. So hopefully our Maidens can take care of business with them and get them wins that they need.
Last year they came over here highly ranked and lost.
Right, that's true.
Maybe we can slip a win in on them there.
Like I said, talking a little bit about not exactly the Maidens, but a former Maiden I saw today where Courtney Williams at South Florida, I think she scored 12 points and had 8 rebounds when they beat, I believe it was Seton Hall, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. So she had a good game, so congratulate her and hope she continues to keep going.
Doing folks and proud.
That's right. Pretty much the last thing we really got is the wrestling.
Yeah. Wrestling, last Friday we had a meet here against Bacon. As a team, we beat them. And then Saturday was a really long day. We was at the Brantley Bash up in the Hunter. And there was actually 11 teams there. As a team, we finished 4th. Right. Out of 11 teams, we were the only single A team there. Pierce was 1st, Appling 2nd, and Jeff Davis 3rd, and then it was us. But there were schools there, Glen Academy, McIntosh, other schools that have good wrestling programs that we've beaten this season. So, and then the tournament isn't a team tournament. It's an individual weight class tournament. And out of the weight classes, we had 7 placers in the top 4. we had 2 wrestlers place fourth. Scott Birchall in the 160 and Michael Alberts in the heavyweight.
Okay.
We had 5 wrestlers in championship matches.
That's not bad.
Daniel Wade lost his match by his championship match in the 220 weight class by 1 point. Caleb Smith finished second in the 170. And trying to think of who the other, let's see. I can't remember the name.
Curtis.
Yeah,
Boyd.
Curtis Boyd finished second in the 195-pound class. Curtis is a freshman, and this is actually his first year of wrestling.
Well.
So Curtis is going to be a pretty good wrestler for a few years to come now. And then Pop-Tart, Antonio Tarpley. He's been in the program since he was a freshman. He is a extremely hard worker and leads by example.
Good kid.
He's a good kid, real good kid. You hardly ever hear him speak. He won the 145-pound weight class championship. And then, not to brag because he's my son, but he's our team stud. Brent won the 182-pound class. So we had a good showing. Tomorrow we go to Glenn County. I think it's a tri-meet, 3 teams.
Okay.
And then Saturday, the team is going to be in for another long day. We go to Brunswick. It's a team tournament, but we'll be squaring off against Brunswick, Effingham County, Bowles High School, Cross Creek out of Atlanta, or Cross Creek or Creekside, something Creek.
There's a creek in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Richmond Hill High School, and then there's one other one besides us in Brunswick. But each wrestler will wrestle a whole team, every team.
Okay.
So each wrestler will wrestle at least 5 times that day. So they're going to be tired Sunday.
Well, we're going to be the smallest school in that one, too.
We'll be the smallest school. Probably the next smallest school is Bowles, but being everybody there's hand-picked.
I heard that.
You know, that's hard to call them small. But that's the one school I want our team to beat, though.
It would be good for them, I think, yeah.
That's the one school I want us to beat. Yeah. Yeah, everybody talks about how good Bowles is in every sport, so
we want to find out.
Yeah, we want to find out. I know one wrestler that they'll have a hard time with. So, but after Saturday, though, starting next week, we'll be into the area. It's almost like the playoffs.
Right.
And
do or die.
Do or die. Your top 4 in each weight class advance to the sectionals. There's 4 areas in the state. The sectionals, they split the state east and west, except in Class A. It's east and west in North Georgia, and South Georgia is just South Georgia.
Right.
But, well, it's South Georgia plus Northeast Georgia.
Okay.
And then the top 4 from there advance to the state meet. So.
All right. Like I said, didn't mention recreation news. Really, other than them playing games, is about all that's going on right now. But this Saturday out at the gym by the football field out there, we'll have 7 games. All of our teams will be playing teams from Brantley. So, get out and.
At least they ain't playing each other.
That's right.
Play them Brantley County teams.
So hopefully if you want to get some basketball before you go over to the high school Friday night or go to Ware County, on Saturday, you can make your whole day full of it.
Yeah. Go over there and get them 50-cent hot dogs or
That's
something.
Right.
Tell Richard he needs a 50-cent hot dog day over there.
Ain't but $1 now.
Yeah, that's still a deal.
And also, we mentioned last week the Georgia Florida All-Star game.
Yes.
And that is February the 2nd at 2 o'clock. Still have no information on any local kids playing yet, but
I don't think we got any any kids from so far. I hadn't.
right.
The guys that put it on came in here and hit me up for sponsorship money today.
Oh,
so
really?
They didn't say anybody, but I asked Brent last week, and he said he didn't think we had anybody.
Well, the ones that would potentially be there are involved in wrestling or something
and
else.
basketball,
Yeah.
so.
But like I said, if I hear anything,
But it's a football game, and
That's right.
it'll warm up to the Super Bowl for the next day. Yeah.
And there'll be basketball going on in the gym that day too,
Yeah.
so it's going to be crowded.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, we'll call it a
Call
week,
it a wrap here.
and we'll be back next week, and no telling what kind of news we'll have for you.
That's right.